Welcome back to the Gear Slum, your one-stop shop for all things guitar culture nonsense. I'm Aaron.
I'm Phil.
Hot Cheetos and Takis. Hot Cheetos and Takis. Catch me with my crew eating hot Cheetos and Takis. We slum it hard so you don't have to. I listened to that song today for the first time, and it's pretty good.
It's great.
Those kids are like not bad at rapping, and they're hilarious.
Yeah, the kids are giving it 100%.
I really hope they wrote their own verses because it kind of feels like they did.
I don't know. I feel like a teacher or something wrote it.
Here's the reason why it feels like they did is because they're not all the same quality. Like some of them are good and some of them are like way less good.
It's like when you do a group presentation and you can tell you
yeah.
slides.
Yes.
Some of them just suck.
And the one dude's just like reading the slide. So yeah. Stupid.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. That's our presentation.
And they have to wait for the person to like click the button to like animate the next part of it before they say it because they have no idea what's coming next.
They don't know what's coming.
Okay, I know it's been so long since our last podcast.
So long, farewell.
But just to follow up on something that I don't want to leave this hanging out there. The mansion, Terry Silver's mansion, is a famous mansion in real life. I encourage all of you to Google it. The Ennis House.
Ennis.
Ennis house. And it is a mansion in Los Angeles.
It's in Los Feliz.
And there have been many movies and TV shows filmed there.
Oh, it was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, okay. It honestly looks like the freaking Griffith Observatory. Like it's.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Hey, it is right next to Griffith Park.
Oh, okay.
So Blade Runner, Rush Hour, The Rocketeer.
Oh, The Rocketeer.
Predator 2, Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh, dude, if you look at that on Google Earth, it is like ridiculous. It's like a freaking pyramid.
Mulholland Drive. Oh, it's in Westworld.
Yeah, I was like Westworld, the original movie or the show?
No, the series.
See that's weird. I wonder.
Well, did you watch like into season 3 at all?
No, I haven't seen any of the more recent stuff.
So season 1 is like all Westworld.
Right.
At the end of season 1, you find out that there's like other worlds too.
Right.
And so then season
the most
2
recent
is
season
like
is like in the future, blah blah blah.
Well, season 3
with
is
Jesse
like
Pinkman.
Season 3, which I didn't finish, but it's like they kind of like come out into the real world,
right?
And so I think the whole point is you're not. Well, no, it's like, I mean, yes, for
Aaron.
us, yes, in the timeline, but all of the movies take place in the future. I mean, all this shows, like the first series takes place in the future.
Fine.
That's the whole point. Like Westworld doesn't exist in our time; it exists in the future.
Touché.
But the park is like set in the past. It's in the future, and it actually is multiple timelines. I don't know if you watched it, but multiple timelines.
Now you're just trying to make me angry.
Asleep.
Well, it is. It's they like trick you into thinking it's two different Aaron, two characters
I know,
in the same
Aaron.
timeline, but it's the same character in different timelines. You slowly find out, and one of them is a McPoyle.
Cole, make him stop.
Remember McPoyles? The McPoyles from Always Sunny. Dude. Yeah, Liam McPoyle.
We'll call her.
That seems really funny.
I love the bloopers of that. Like there's like blooper reels of just that dude on Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Like it's just him making other people
so
laugh.
Ridiculous that it's easy to make everyone break.
Yeah.
Because the things that he says are so insane.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that guy is kind of like Kyle on Workaholics, where he's like plays a really small part, but he's kind of like
he's like big in the show.
He's a bigger deal,
like, involved with the show. Yeah.
That's how Cricket is. Cricket is one of the main writers or something, isn't he?
Okay.
By the way,
I accept that.
Aaron, I don't believe you're listening to This Is Important, the Workaholics.
No, I have not listened to it at all.
But I will say that that one of the more recent episodes, Kyle was talking about how he used his, like, they were like talking about, hey, have you used your clout to like get you any other jobs? And Kyle said he ran into somebody that worked on CSI or one of those shows, and he's like, please, I don't want to be the dead body. I want to be one of the parts that are just, I want one line.
Carrying boxes or whatever.
I just want one line where I get to say, oh yeah, I knew that guy. He had a drug problem, blah, blah, blah. And then, bum, bum. And then that takes them. So it was
last time I saw the victim, he wasn't a victim, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Exactly. And so he did, I think he said his part got cut from whatever episode it was.
Oh no.
But he shows up to film this episode and he's like completely in character. I think he was riding in the car with whoever the star of the show is. And they were like, did you talk to him? And he goes, no, dude, I played it straight. Like I was like the low man on the totem pole. I just sat there in the car. We drove to the set, blah, blah. And he's like, he's like, thinking about, okay, this is my line and blah, blah. And I need to play it cool. And then one of the crew recognized him and was like, Kyle? Yeah. He's like, Kyle, what are you doing here? And he's like, Shrek, man, shut up.
Yeah, totally blew up his spot.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah. Dude, I am very upset that you're not listening to that podcast.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm recording this one.
I actually listened to that one the other night, and it was very good. I'm sorry to go back to Karate Kid 3, but one thing that was like one of the most shocking parts of it was they casually they rappel down into this pit that like so many ways for them to die, and then when they're coming back out, the one guy says, well, if you don't do this, you don't even want to know what we're going to do to you.
Oh, yes.
All of us are going to do to her, if you know what I mean.
And then the other guy goes,
was that the line?
Talking. He goes,
yep.
He says, you don't even know what I'm going to do to you or what all of us are going to do to her. And the other guy goes, now we're talking.
Dude, that is like, why was that ever okay?
It's rough. Rough.
And then also, like, I didn't even know this was a racial slur, but apparently slope is a racial slur for an Asian person. And they just are, like, throwing it around like it's nothing. Granted, they're the bad guys, but
still.
It's,
You know what else is weird? Like, at the end of the movie, Daniel and Mr. Miyagi are just, like, repelling as if, like, that's something that they do.
Yeah, remember
Put
that
the tree back.
Remember that girl that I was friends with, but, like, never was more than friends with, that we repelled with that one time on, like, the worst day of my life and almost ruined mine and your lives? Let's go do that. Because now I know how to do that confidently enough. Like, I did it once. So now I'm confident enough to lead our expedition team down into this death hole, Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go back to that.
It's all right. Oh,
Daniel, where did you get this all? Where did you get all this rappelling equipment?
Dude,
I just rented it.
And Jessica from Ohio.
I stole it from my not girlfriend.
She didn't have enough room in her luggage to take it back to Columbus, Ohio, so she left it.
Also, she just like moved to LA for like the summer to like sell pottery.
Yeah.
Doesn't make
sense.
Just wanted to like get spiritually Patrick Swayze for a minute.
Like, it makes you realize like why some of these directors like the people writing this movie have never had a normal job, so they can't even fathom a universe. They can't even like build a believable universe in which people just have normal jobs. Like, and that's that's very apparent in the first one when she moves across the country for a waitress job, obviously. But
yeah,
I don't know if it's that, because I think movies like this, I think they've gone through like so many different teams of people.
Yes,
that stuff just gets like completely scrambled, and then because and then because the person who's never had a normal job and doesn't have a normal life, they're handed this thing and it's like, oh, okay, I trust these other people to create a thing that is meaningful to like life and living, but it completely isn't.
They always use consultants. They have like consultants come in. It's like the people on Big Bang Theory. They had consultants who were actual physicists and everything.
Actual autistic people?
Yeah, exactly. Autists.
That would actually be really dope if that show had like diagnosed autistic person like in the background.
Have you seen the controversy around like Sia made a movie? Have you heard of this?
I don't know who that is.
So Sia, the singer, Sia is like a pop singer. She sings that Chandelier song. She always has like weird hair in her face. So she made like a short film or like a movie about an autistic person, but the person who played the autistic person is not autistic, and apparently there was like very stereotypical representation that was like highly offensive, and there was a pretty big controversy about it.
So it was a Simple Jack situation.
Simple Jack.
Yes. Scenario. Yep. It was.
That was your classic Simple Jack. Or
let's name him.
What's the Sean Penn one?
I am Sam. I am Sam.
I am Sam. Yeah.
Regarding
Henry.
Regarding Henry, he has like got shot in the head.
He got shot in the head?
Yes. So the whole point of Regarding Henry is he's a bad guy. He's a lawyer, but he's like a sleazeball.
He doesn't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Regarding Henry. I did not mean Regarding Henry.
Oh.
I did not mean you are talking about. Yes.
He gets shot in the head.
Yes.
Some guy's robbing a liquor store, shoots him in the head. He has brain damage. He has to learn how to walk, learn how to talk.
This was J.J. Abrams' first screenplay, by the way.
Regarding Henry?
Yes.
His last great screenplay.
Learn how to walk, learn how to talk, learn how to love. Did you just say that?
Yes.
That was the tagline on the poster, actually.
He had no arms. He had no legs. That's how he led a nation.
No, I was thinking, what's eating Gilbert Grape?
From The Office.
That's what I was thinking.
That which incidentally is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Leonardo DiCaprio, and I'm thinking I've got Leonardo DiCaprio in my head, and you said, no, he was shot in the head. He's a lawyer, and I was like, wait,
what are you talking about?
That's what that movie's about?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, what?
Betty and June. It's another one.
Edward Scissorhands.
Forrest Gump, of course.
I said that one.
Edward Scissorhands is a little bit different because he's not a real human.
Mental disability.
He's not human.
He's definitely autistic.
He's a creature. He's like a Frankenstein's monster kind of thing.
Okay, Aaron, but he has autism.
Well, I don't know that
he was built with autism.
Okay.
It seems kind of hateful to say he's not human.
Yeah.
Well, he's literally not human.
Aaron.
He has scissors for hands.
People with autism.
Dude, that's what a lot of people who like amputees, they have scissors for hands.
That's sometimes they get a little. Sometimes they get a little one of these
to run on. That's why they call them blades, right?
Sometimes they get a little one of these. It's like a hook that can open and close.
Yeah.
Like Captain Hook.
About a guy
for the viewers.
He was using his hook to open the microwave, and it ran out of batteries, so it was just stuck there hanging from the microwave.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was great.
It's pretty good.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Oh. You guys see that Chase Bliss is putting out more Bliss factories?
No.
That looks pretty cool.
Chase Bliss is
They're gray.
Like their entire company is crazy to me.
That's one thing I like about them is they are crazy. They just kind of do whatever they want.
I know, it's so cool. Like it's
like
refreshing, almost in the same way as like the King of Tone guy.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know how much money you could make if you just sold more of these? And he's like, but I'm okay just selling this many.
But it's also like they it seems like they don't care like what the market wants, like what people want. Yeah. They're like, no, we're gonna make this like $700 preamp pedal. Yeah. And like people fall in love with it because it's freaking cool, but like no one was asking for that.
No. Nobody certainly was asking for the blooper.
Yeah, and no one wants like no one was asking for a $400 MIDI controlled Fuzz Factory either. But it's freaking cool.
They wanted the Iridium. That's what people are asking for right
now.
Yeah. Which is why Walrus or like multi-effects or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good example because like Walrus Audio, they're not exactly like following the trends, but in a way they kind of are like they're putting things out that are cool, but they're like not surprising really.
Yeah.
And they're good, but like they've all kind of been done. But like Chase Bliss is just doing wild stuff. And then it's good because they're like creative and intelligent and they put a lot of work and thought into it. But like I don't think you could ever guess like this is going to be the next Chase Bliss pedal.
It's kind of like, it's interesting because that's what differentiates them from Strymon, because both of those, like anything that Strymon comes out with, you know, it's really good. And Chase Bliss is the same way. But Strymon, like nobody was surprised when they announced, like even the Volante wasn't surprising. Like I don't know that they've had a very surprising release in a long time.
Maybe like the Night Sky was kind of surprising. Yeah.
But even that is just
the feature set was surprising, but the fact that they put out a reverb wasn't surprising.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy that Strymon did, when they did a drive pedal, a bunch of guys were like, I knew it. And then it was like, okay,
excuse me.
Now that we're doing another pedal release, and everybody's like, oh, it's this. And it was another drive pedal. And that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
They did honestly, 2 drive pedals in a row.
The difference between them is kind of subtle too. I mean, they're both very versatile, but also
is it almost like how the Brigadier and the El Cap were kind of just like very similar but kind of the same?
It's got to be.
I mean, very similar but kind of different.
It's got to be the same idea. Like they were working on a technology that there are some, like there are a couple main chips that are doing like heavy lifting, that once you change those, that then it kind of, it's got to be something like that, right? Because I don't know why else they would do that. And do you know anybody that has both of those on their board?
You do actually see it.
Clint has both, doesn't he?
But it's pretty rare. It is like you choose one or the other.
That honestly, is very crazy. Upsetting to hear.
Like, the one Chase Bliss pedal, like, do you see the brothers a lot on boards?
Well, no. It is discontinued, but I don't see it all that often either.
It didn't really take off because the Strymon drives are actually really popular and they sound pretty amazing.
The Chase Bliss brothers was cool though.
Totally, and it seemed like a lot of people that had. I remember Leon had one and he loved it.
Yeah, sure Leon. I had borrowed one for a while and I liked it a lot. I know Mark Johnston really likes his too. I think maybe not. I don't know.
Shout out to Leon.
I know Mark has all the Chase Bliss stuff. But...
Yeah.
Leon, are you listening?
I kind of like Strymon drives, honestly, though.
What is it? The Sunset and the what was the other one? Riverside. Which Riverside kind of sucks, city-wise.
City.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Actually, it's not. It's gotten better. It's not that I would live in Riverside, but it's not amazing.
It's a weird name for a pedal. If you're naming it after a city in Southern California.
Oh, is it named after the city of Riverside though?
No, I think it's named
after. It's like Riverside Parkway or something.
Yeah, because it's the same with the Sunset. Like they're named after streets, I think.
Sunset Boulevard and Riverside Parkway Drive. Remember that band Parkway Drive? Do you remember that band Parkway Drive? There was a band called Parkway Drive. They were like Screamo or something. The Riverside was the red one, right? That was the second one?
No, the Riverside's the yellow one.
Okay. And are they both like, because I think the Riverside had like analog bits in it too.
Yeah,
it was kind of like a hybrid.
They're both an analog signal chain with like digital. They're kind of like Chase Bliss stuff.
But I thought they did like some digital drive too.
Yeah, I
thought it was like a mix.
It's probably closer to like the Iridium, where it's like a input stage is analog, and then there is some. But I don't know. Yeah, it is. It is. It goes through an analog and then a digital stage.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what the names are based on, because they did have like they specifically said what the names are based on.
Yeah.
And they're kind
pretty sure it is like Riverside. It's like a place called Riverside Drive.
Yeah.
It's like the name of the thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we Googled this on the podcast before.
Yeah.
There's a Riverside Drive-In movie theater. Riverside Drive. Oh. Riverside Drive is in Fullerton, also in Los Angeles. It goes from the valley to downtown.
Is it like a reference to a company, an amp company or something or a pedal company that they're basing it off of?
I don't know, because I don't know of any in LA. I think they just thought it was funny because it's like Riverside Drive, and it's a drive pedal.
The Riverside.
That is neat.
Is a hybrid JFET and DSP drive pedal, but the is all analog.
Okay.
I didn't realize they were that different. I kind of thought
the
flavors of the same thing.
Yeah, I thought they were both hybrid.
So yeah, the Sunset is DSP driven dual overdrive pedal with all
JFET
boost stages.
Okay. I've heard that people seem to like them, the people that have them.
Yeah. And
it's one of those things where like people just have a irrational aversion to digital drive pedals, but there's no real reason to, especially since the Sunsets is not even digital.
Okay, but didn't we, and I think we talked about this the last time we talked about it, but isn't it the case that like it does, like there's something, whatever you can do with the Brothers is more versatile than what you can do with either of those, and it's smaller.
Yeah, right? So the Brothers has a boost, drive, and fuzz on either side. So there's two of them, and you can either cascade them or run them in parallel.
Yeah, see, that's rad.
But I bet like drive pedals of any pedal, it's the type of thing where you want to be able to tweak it on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the Brothers would be like as good at that.
Yeah, I can't remember. I remember it being like, because the thing with Chase Bliss is like they're relatively straightforward on the surface, and then you can like kind of go crazy with them too. But because I don't remember it being that wild. Like I'm pretty sure each one still has like a level and a gain control on it.
Yeah,
or at least a gain control on it and a tone or something.
Tone control.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting that it didn't.
But it's cool because you could do like a fuzz and a boost like in parallel and then blend them together.
Yeah, the idea of running them in parallel is actually really cool.
It's very cool.
That like you can do in theory if you have if you run something stereo or you have like a breakout box, but it's a huge pain in the butt to do it in general.
Yeah, just to be able to do it in one pedal is cool.
That was one thing that like led me to want an get an ES5 and an ES8 was so I could run pedals in parallel, and I basically
never did it.
What else is new?
Those are cool things. They're just so big.
One thing I did do though is finish my Slum Stang.
Oh, that's right.
Did you?
How is it?
I have not, because I have not yet received my wares from
Still waiting on you.
Yep. Now I'm waiting on everything. The only things I have in my possession are the body, an empty hull, and I have the what are we calling the fake Bigsby?
The Figsby? I don't know.
Figsby? Yeah. So I've got the fake Bigsby. And
Oh, never mind.
Were you about to say something racist?
Yeah. I was going to say you should call it the Clayton Bigsby because he was like a fake KKK member. But then I was like, well, then it's going to sound like I'm saying that just because it's black and he's black.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
It's funny, though. Clayton Bigsby is a great sketch from Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
the last line.
So
brilliant.
So yeah, because I mailed.
You posted a picture of your complete pick guard.
I did.
Ed,
that he sent to me
too.
Because I mailed everything to Ed so he would get the measurements correct.
Yeah.
The bridge too.
Yeah, the bridge because it was a slightly different. I bought the new bridge.
The cutout is close to the bridge.
Yes, and it's a slightly different. The
new bridge has like a different profile too.
It was like an overlap.
Yes.
It would have overlapped.
Different curve or whatever.
Yes.
Nice.
So I sent almost all the parts to him.
And Ed shipped me a couple knobs at the same time that he shipped your stuff back, and I got the knobs like 3 days ago or 4 days ago.
Mine is basically done. I just have to go in and figure out why it's making so much noise. And I have to lower the pickup so the strings don't buzz against the pickup screws. But to do that, I have to clean out the cavity a little bit too.
Yeah, that's like...
Uh-oh.
I don't think I have to like dig it out. I just have to like move wires around.
Yeah.
So they're not like pushing on it.
Where this guitar, like, until you start digging around in it, you don't realize the body is actually...
It's really tight. Yeah, it is. It's really thin.
The actual body wood itself is shallower than most Fender guitars.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the main reason I didn't do this side jack on it.
Cole, how amazing would it be if all three of us poked holes through?
I'm not going anywhere near. I'm not routing anything or drilling anything.
That's what we said.
But you did it, though.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I never
That's
said
what
I
she
wasn't
said.
routing anything. I was always routing something. That was always the plan.
Yeah.
It was never not the plan.
It was never not the plan. It was always the plan.
But yeah, mine.
I don't know what else
great.
is new.
I actually need to raise my pickups a little bit.
You know, if you raise your pickups,
I was just
you'll be able to spoil your grand pickups. But if you spoil your pickups, you'll have to raise your grand pickups.
No, that's not what I was going to say. Raise your pickups in the way of the... Oh, crap. What's the verse? Cole.
Raise them in the way they should go.
Yes, raise your pickups
and when they are grown, they will not depart from it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also... spare the rod, spoil the pickups. Spare the truss rod.
Ooh.
Blessed is he whose quiver is full of pickups.
These are all good. These are all good jokes.
I think I made that one up.
Let me know what you think about the guitar itself, because as I was putting it together, I got those new saddles for my Equitz guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like redid the setup and everything and put new strings on it, and it plays amazing and feels amazing and everything. And then you go over to the Squire and it just kind of plays like crap. The frets are rough. So like when you do bends on them, they kind of grind. And maybe it's because like my finger is pressing against the actual fretboard and it's grinding against that. But it's.
I would say that for $120 guitar, it's really good.
Oh yeah, totally.
If I had paid like $400 for it, I'd be probably disappointed.
It's kind of crazy that it was as cheap as it was, honestly, and I don't know how.
I think even like $250, $300, like it's worth more than that we paid for it, but it's not like an amazing guitar.
Okay, and the one design element I added at the last second, I was thinking about, because I decided to just stick with the original pickguard for now, because I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to lay things out, and I also wasn't sure things would actually fit. Here's another. Do you have a kill switch on yours, Phil? A button?
Yes. Yes.
That button is very deep. Have you like routed out your body deep enough that it'll actually fit?
That's why I almost drilled a hole through.
Almost drilled a hole?
Oh, well.
Okay. Because, yeah, it is. So I still wasn't sure exactly. So I ended up just using the original pickguard, which is super ugly because it's a one-ply pickguard on a white body, but they're not the exact same color of white, obviously. So I took a red Sharpie just on the edge that was like chamfered, that's like cut at an angle, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Normally,
beveled.
The 3-ply, you know, it's chamfered.
What's the difference between chamfered and beveled?
I don't know. There's probably no difference. I don't know. And I'm not even confident that it is one versus the other.
Only one sounds pretentious.
So I just took a red Sharpie that I had laying around and colored that edge red with a Sharpie, and it looks freaking amazing. It looks so surprisingly good. I assumed it would kind of look crappy, especially close up, but it actually turned out really good. And even though there's like many different colors of red, because the pickups red, the knobs are red, the kill switch is red, and then it has this red trim around the pick guard, and none of them are the same red, you know. It looks surprisingly good. So I'll have to do another video of it at some point, but it's been fun. And then now you guys have to finish yours.
I'm not doing anything else to mine other than like getting it to work.
Troubleshooting.
Yeah. And I have to find a knob for that, the selector switch.
That's a big deal.
Dude, it's impossible to move without a knob.
Dude, it is.
Yeah, it's so really, really hard.
I was using
which is good
to do it when I was like testing it out.
Yeah, like once you get a knob on, it'll be nice because it'll have like a nice firm click to it. But like trying to do it with just grabbing the shaft is like
impossible.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's very hard.
To just by the shaft.
Do you have a game for us?
I do. You have a game for?
A game for?
What's a game for?
All right. This game is called Guess That Pedal. Review.
Repairman, man.
All right. This review is by Dave. It's a 5-star review titled Awesome Pedal. If you are looking for lo-fi psych experimental sounds, reviewed in the United States on February 23rd.
If you're looking for lo-fi psych.
Dude, this was from today.
Oh,
3 years ago.
What in the world?
Oh.
3 years ago.
Oh.
That is weird, though.
It is
Kinda
weird.
makes you think.
What is today, the 23rd?
Yes. It kind of makes you think. It makes you think that, like, you know,
things that make
happen.
you go,
Yeah, it is. It's the things that make you go, I just got this today, and I love it. I will say that if you want a quote normal end quote effect pedal, this is probably not for you. You are probably better off getting a more traditional pedal if that is what you are looking for. While you can get some pretty standard effect sounds out of it, this pedal gets a lot more interesting at the more extreme settings. It will self-oscillate if you get the verb, I'm not going to say, past about 3 o'clock. Where I think it is most fun to play is right on the cusp of where it will self-oscillate. If you get it up past that, the verb I don't want to say will sort of get away from you. And the only sound you will get is the oscillation, depending on how high the mix is. One interesting feature is that the oscillation will continue even if you have it switched off. You could theoretically prime the oscillation, turn the pedal off, then in the middle of whatever you are playing, use the switch to toggle the crazy feedback on and off. Okay, what is it?
Is it JHS Panther Cub V2?
No.
Is it an analog delay?
I am unaware if it is an analog.
But it's a delay?
It is.
It's got to be analog if it runs into self-oscillation, I would think.
Yeah, probably. But not necessarily, but probably. Is it from Mr. Black?
No.
Is it Boutique?
Yes.
I was going to say, is it MXR, but it's not.
Is
it Keeley?
No.
Is it a Brigadier?
It's not Strymon?
No.
Is it a Walrus Audio pedal? Did you say no?
Yes, I said no.
Okay. Is it like a big name boutique brand? Like well known?
Yes.
Is it JHS?
No.
Okay. It's not Keeley. It's not Walrus. It's not JHS. It's not Mr. Black. It's not Strymon.
Is it the Bell Epic?
Oh.
No.
Is it a cattle and bread pedal?
No.
It's not Mr. Black. How big is it?
Standard, relatively standard enclosure size.
Like one foot switch or two?
One
foot switch. It's boutique. It's not like a carbon copy or something.
It isn't. It is not.
So it doesn't have tap tempo?
Good question. It does not.
Okay.
4 knobs?
No.
How many knobs?
3 knobs in the truth?
6 knobs.
6 knobs.
Ooh. Is it Chase Bliss?
No.
I'm excited for a second there.
Is it from a company called
Yes.
Called is it from a company called
Yes.
Is the one that we talk about a lot?
Very regularly.
We do?
Yeah.
Is it a Matthews?
No.
Is it JHS?
No.
No, I already asked that.
Oh.
6 knobs. What color? Yeah, what color is it? It's a good one.
The majority color is gray or maybe silver.
Is it? It's not Strymon.
It's not Strymon.
What are the labels on the knobs?
I'm not telling you that.
Are they like standard effect kind of things, or are they like weird?
Time, repeats, mix, depth, shape, rate.
Dang.
You acted as if that was going to give it away, and those are all the most basic delay controls.
Shape is pretty unique.
Yeah. I'm in love with the shape of you.
And it's a delay pedal? It's not like a chorus or anything? Or does it have modulation on it? Is that what the shape and rate are for? I'm going to go ahead and say that yes, that is what they're for.
Earthquaker? Is it one of the Dispatch Master pedals?
Not the Dispatch Master, but is it an Earthquaker pedal?
It is Earthquaker.
The Disaster Transport?
Oh, Disaster. Yeah, Disaster Transport.
No.
Ooh.
It's not the Avalanche Run, is it?
No.
It's not Disaster Transport Junior?
No.
What is the blue one's the Avalanche Run. That's the one that I was thinking of.
The Avalanche Run is delay and reverb.
Yeah, it's not the Depths.
It's silver, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that gray one. It's gray. It's like gray and white, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm never gonna think of it though.
It's like the Transponster.
No.
Repeat Offender. It's a good name for a delay pedal.
It is.
Repeat Offender. It is very good. Crap. I can't think of what it's called, but I can picture it in my head.
I could have swear that. Well, I guess the Disaster Transport is a different silver delay from Earthquaker devices.
No, the Disaster. Yeah. Well, it's black. Disaster Transporters are black.
Well, they're like silver with black print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's like silver with white, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can picture it in my head.
Yeah, I have no idea what the name of it is either.
Yeah, I can't think of it either. I get half credit though.
So you both give up?
Yeah. I yield.
You both give up, and that means I win?
I yield my time. No, I reclaim my time. Okay, I yield my time.
The Space Spiral.
Space Spiral.
I would not have gotten that in a million years.
No, I would not have either. It in my head. I'm pretty sure that is actually a digital delay.
Yeah, you may be right. Well, it's an analog voice digital delay, so it's
is it
an analog delay? Yeah.
Okay.
I just looked it up.
Whereas the Disaster Transport is like a classic digital delay.
Digital delay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That's a good one.
I like that they didn't put tap tempo on it.
Yeah. They don't have tap tempo on very many of their. Yeah, they've got a bunch of delays and
just on like their big ones. I think the Disaster Transport Senior might. No, I don't think it does. I think it has like a delay and a reverb and like a on off, like choose between two different settings or something. The Avalanche Run might have tap tempo.
The next review is by DM.
DM.
This is a 4-star review by Good
DM. Oh,
sorry. Titled Good. Effect name A Bit Quirky. Reviewed in the United States on August 16th, 2020. Smack dab in the pandemic. So this is a pandemic review.
Yeah.
Pandemic, baby. Review.
Been a 40-year plus guitarist. Have had many guitars, amps, pedals. Now play clean, jazz-oriented music as a solo artist or in a duo. I have owned an MXR effect title. Still have that one. Also a other effect brand title. I like the Boss. Oh, damn it.
Is it a Boss?
It is a Boss. Damn it.
Boom.
I like the Boss.
I like it
because unlike other brand pedal, you can adjust the level of the effect. I use it sparingly. Too much effect ruins a good guitar tone. IMHO. I'm still exploring the variables. but right now, I'm using it at rate equals 10 o'clock. Depth equals 9 o'clock. Res equals 7 o'clock. Stage equals on the 10 setting. That's a very nice setting for clean, fast solo lines. I play over simple looping rhythm tracks. I'm creating new lines. I think, because of the effect. Quirky thing is the pedal's power light comes on when I power up my pedal board. No other pedal, brand name or otherwise, has done that. I use it in my chain right after a DD3. Looking forward to exploring it further. It's a keeper.
Is it a looper?
No.
He uses it with loops, though.
Yes.
Is it like some time-based effect, though? He uses it after his DD3? Is it a reverb?
Yeah. Holy crap, you're right. That's weird.
Okay, so it is unusual.
Is it a phaser?
It is.
What? Why does he have a phaser after his delay? That should be before his drives, even.
Is it the PH3 or PH2?
It is.
PH3. Nice. The only reason I guess it is because you said stage. I recognized that when you're talking about the knobs stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because like you could probably choose like 2-stage, 4-stage, whatever stage phaser.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy. Yeah, after delay would be wild.
Why would you do after delay?
Actually, it kind of makes more sense after delay.
No, because your repeats are running into the phaser.
Yeah, but if you put the phaser before, then you're repeating phased signal, and then it's gonna flash with itself.
That does make sense. So the repeats are coming in and out, and the phase is like happening.
It's phasing the entire signal
over them. That could be very cool.
Yeah, unless you're saying like because if the timing was off, if they weren't in sync time wise.
Yeah, if you had like a slow, like it would be like the repeats would be at a different point of the phase than
he's probably just
what's coming out next. It'd be weird.
He gave us the settings. I think we should try it out
for that pedal. Yeah.
Use them ourselves.
Yeah, I think we should get this pedal and try it out.
It's one of those that like it genuinely sounds pretty bad if you put it after drive. It's like one of the few modulation pedals that I always put before drive pedals.
It's definitely different, yeah.
But it's true though because it has. I mean, it's like a tremolo. Like a phaser has a tremolo aspect to it, and I guess wanting the tremolo to be that makes me wonder. Do a lot of people? I mean, the general like consensus on pedal boards is that you'd put a delay basically after everything but reverb.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like tremolo would work better depending on how long your repeats are and everything.
I think tremolo,
it's just a different.
Yeah, because if you're like doing like if you're plugging into like a Fender amp, like amp tremolo is a thing too, and that's definitely at the end of your chain.
That would be after, yeah. And I guess it just sounds different. It's either the tremolo is happening on the guitar versus on the output, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Huh. Yeah, the technique that guys will do like with the volume knob where they're like strum and they'll like nya 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 like a tremolo effect, but they're shaking their hand. doing that on the guitar or turning on amp tremolo are going to do very different things, even though you could like emulate the same sound. But depending on what's happening in between, there's like a lot. It would be very different. It could be very different.
Yeah, interesting. I have to imagine that. Like, I don't know if I have a phaser.
I can't imagine caring enough about a Boss phaser to go on Amazon and write a review about it. Like
40 years of playing.
What a boring pedal.
Okay, but also Cole.
Good, like maybe it's a good phaser. I actually really
people like that pedal though, I think.
Okay, but also Cole, this was August in the middle of a pandemic. So
yeah, he's like, this is the greatest pedal ever.
It's true.
I haven't had human contact in 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Last review du jour by John M. John Mayer? Ooh. By John M. 5 stars. Possibly the best effect pedal ever. Reviewed in the United Kingdom.
He's saying the best of a specific type of effect?
Yes.
Right? He's not saying it's the best effect pedal ever, right?
No, he's saying...
Oh, yeah, that was an edit. Okay.
That was an edit.
Sorry,
reviewed
I heard
in
it
the United Kingdom.
The way it wasn't meant.
Reviewed in the United Kingdom on January 16th, 2021. You guys, this was last month.
Yeah.
It is very unlikely that I've read this review before.
That is highly true.
Considering you haven't played the game in a
month. Oh, wow. Yes. Yes, it is expensive, but if you like effect, like it a lot, I mean, then you'll find it difficult to come across a better pedal. There are tons of reviews, but having tried it out for the first time, I can't believe how great it sounds. It does have lots of features, but the basic operation is pretty intuitive. Used with a good quality analog, other pedal takes the listening experience to an entirely different level. But on its own, it's just magical. Expensive, but magical.
If you don't know Gun Street Wiring Shop by now, you must be living in the dark ages. They are the premier hand-built wiring solution for all of your guitars. I have one in my Telecaster. I have a setup in there, 5-way. It's great. Have it in my Jazzmaster. It's amazing. I actually put it in my Epiphone Dot, brought the thing back to life. It's crazy. If you don't have it, you need it. Every guitar that you own will be better with Gun Street Wiring Shop. I promise. Also, if you join the Street Crew, you get a discount on the product, and I guarantee you'll enjoy it. If you get it and you don't like it, I will punch Cole in the face. That's my guarantee. Check it out right now at gunstreetwiringshop.com.
How big is this pedal? Expensive but magical. Is it Chase?
Expensive but magical.
But magical.
Is it Chase Bliss?
No.
Is it Strymon?
Yes.
Is it the Night Sky?
No.
Is it Big Sky?
Yes.
Is it the Strymon Big Sky? Reverberator?
Reverberator. I forgot.
Big Sky. Is the Big Sky the big one?
Yes. Duh.
Small Sky.
Has big in the name.
I know.
You dum-dum.
The Blue Sky is the single one.
Yes. You need to make one called the Nice Sky. Nice guy.
There's the Night Sky.
It's true. Kind of sounds like Night Sky.
That guy's really nights.
Night Skies finished last.
That guy's nights.
He's the Nighted Sky. I know.
The nightsest guy. I knew this guy who would. Well, I had this manager one time, and whenever he would be off for a couple of days, and I'd be like recapping him on what went on while he was gone. He'd be like, he would just like stand there, and I would tell him like, okay, this happened, and he would go, okay, what else? And then I would say something else, and he would say, okay, what else? This just like went on.
You know that the word else doesn't have a T in it, right, sir?
Yeah, but the first time he did it, I remember this pretty clearly. The first time he did it, I thought he was like doing a bit, and I kind of chuckled, and then I was like, wait a minute, I think that's just how he says it.
Good thing
okay, what else?
Good thing I didn't oversell it there.
Yeah, like hilarious. What else?
Such an idiot.
You do such a great idiot impression.
Great advice. Hurts my feelings every time. Idiot. Yeah, what else? I always thought that was funny.
What else?
We agree.
That was a pretty good game.
Thank you.
Pretty good. You guys have any film watching plans? Oh yeah, 1-to-1-to-1.
Yeah.
So I heard another rumor about the next Karate Kid and Cobra Kai.
About the next Karate Kid?
Yes, there's a movie called.
Is Hilary Swank gonna be in?
So we all need to watch the next. Cole, is that on Amazon too?
There's an Amazon too?
Dude, the commercials were freaking loud.
You're right.
I watched it
so loud.
Or I watched the whole thing.
The movie is quiet, so you have to like turn it up, but then your TV is like way loud. So
it's because the movie is unusually quiet.
Yeah.
Well, joke's on you guys. If you watch it on your phone with headphones, the volume was the same.
It's all compressed. Yeah.
You watch
all the volume of all of it was just slightly too low. With my phone turned all the way up, it was like, I wish this was a little bit louder.
It was significantly louder, but it is more noticeable through speakers. Because I watched Karate Kid 2 on speakers and Karate Kid 3 on my headphones.
You didn't watch it with your kids?
No, I watched it today during lunch. So
it has some swearing in it. Like it's a more adult movie, but it's
a group of men threatens to gang rape.
It's
so like, I don't know that I want kids watching that.
That's true.
Okay, the next Karate Kid. Oh, you have to rent or buy it.
The next Karate Kid, I just remember her like having pigeons on a roof. That's the part I remember.
Euphemism?
No. Wait, is Mr. Miyagi in that movie?
It looks
yes.
Like it. They got to look alike. The next Karate. Let's see where to watch.
Oh,
the next
Amazon. Amazon. I mean, sorry, Netflix. Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Oh, is it on Netflix? Sick.
Dude, 1994. Okay.
We just canceled our Netflix for the first time since like 2008.
You canceled it?
Yeah, because we never.
You got to bring it back, dude.
You canceled.
And we realized we're paying like way more than we ever paid for cable for all this streaming crap we do.
Oh, I know. Once you start adding them up, it's crazy.
Are you saying we have to watch that movie? I'll just like.
Yes. Yes, we have to watch it.
Okay, I don't.
Isn't that on YouTube Red?
Can we?
Wait, what? Why is he? This makes no sense. In Boston, karate master Mr. Miyagi finds a new pupil in troubled teen Julie Pierce when she gets bullied by a group of relentless classmates. Why is he in Boston?
I don't know, but that if Mr. Miyagi, we don't know anything about Mr. Miyagi between his wife dying in World War II and him training Daniel. So I think you could probably do a whole series of prequels where he just is running into bullied teens and going, okay, I will reluctantly train you. And then that teen grows up.
In the preview.
And then that teen grows up.
He called her Julie-san.
Julie-san?
Yes. Julie-san.
Oh, dude. That movie had a budget of $12 million.
But you're right.
And it made $15 million at the box office.
Oof.
not great.
It's a great ass.
That's not what they want.
They more than broke even, though, I guess.
You're right, Phil, though. That would be a great series. Like, that should be the Netflix series.
Yeah, all the different...
It's just called Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
And each episode is a different troubled teen.
Yeah. So it's the TV show Kung Fu, except it's a young Mr. Miyagi, and it's instead of him like helping people, the help that he gives is training.
It's like, yeah, he's like touched by an angel of karate training.
We've said
Yeah.
the word troubled teen so many times, it started to sound like another like version of Ovaltine. Troubled teen.
I thought you were gonna say like how old are you? I'm troubled teen.
Troubled teen.
The Ovaltine. Drink your troubled teen.
That sounds like an SNL.
A crummy commercial.
Crummy commercial.
Have you guys seen the TikTok where the teacher, the joke about the kid who's doing math, the young child who's doing math over Zoom? And the kid keeps saying, yes, teacher, the answer is the sum of bitch of 83. And then she does this a couple times, and then the parent calls the teacher, is like, what are you teaching my kid? And the teacher's like, what? Oh, no, the sum of which is 83.
That's pretty funny.
That is good. I haven't seen that.
Sum of bitch. I like it.
I gotta be honest, I'd rather watch like Rocky or some other movie I haven't seen yet than...
Dude, have you seen Rocky 4?
I haven't seen Rocky 1. I haven't seen any of them.
There's a robot in Rocky.
I grew
3 or
up
4
in the Rockies, and I haven't seen any Rockies. How does that make you feel?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch Karate Kid. I'm gonna watch the next Karate Kid without you guys.
I'm gonna watch it just for fun.
Okay, I'll watch it. It's gonna be terrible. Wait, when is it actually set though? Is it set before the events of Karate Kid?
No, it's in real time.
It's in real 1994.
Real time?
It's technically set like 10 years after the original one.
The movie takes place over an hour and a half, and they're younger.
Yeah, it's like the show 24.
Yeah. Okay, so it is set. So he did all this. Okay, so maybe he had to move to Boston because like he was unemployed at the end of Karate Kid 3.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi's little trees did not last.
Yeah, no S.
Oh, wait, but they do allude to the fact that the business is doing well by the end of the movie, right?
Do they?
I don't know. Like he went and planted his only tree back in the idea of like basing a business around these little miniature trees. It's flawed from the start.
Yes.
Like that's why you don't let an 18-year-old child make your business decisions for you. I know he's an adult legally, but he looks like a little cherubic child.
Rick Cherubin? Rick Cherubin?
When that young man with the very strange flat top haircut was screaming profanities in Daniel's face on the mat.
Right in his face.
You're nothing. You suck.
You're a piece
Get
of
up.
garbage, and you're Mr. Miyagi.
Get up. You suck.